Honourable members, I understand that the Prime Minister wishes to move a suspension of standing orders to move a motion of special adjournment. Let me ask the Honourable Prime Minister to take the necessary steps.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Standing Order 26.1 be suspended in accordance with Standing Order 81 in order for a special motion to be moved today.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable members, unless any member wishes to comment on this motion, I will put the question. Thank you. The question is that Standing Order 26.1 be suspended in accordance with Standing Order 81 for a special adjournment motion to be moved today. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Standing Order 26.1 therefore stands suspended. Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that at its adjournment on Friday, 24th October 2025, Parliament shall adjourn to Monday, 24th November 2025. Mr. Speaker, before I go into this procedural motion, let me first of all take the opportunity to thank the acting chairman and members of the Parliamentary House Committee for allowing the government to use today as Government Business Day so that we can dispense with the Public Service Bill 2025, which we just did before lunch. On that note, let me also congratulate and thank my hard-working Minister for Public Service for his leadership, and the Permanent Secretary and his team for tabling and successfully bringing to Parliament this Public Service Bill 2025. And also to the Bills and Legislation Committee for their report, which has guided our deliberations in the Committee of the Whole House during this week. On that note, let me also thank the both sides of the House, especially the Leader of Opposition, the Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, the MP for East Ararai, the MP for East Choiseul, for their contributions towards this bill during the Committee of the Whole House. And of course, let me also thank our Attorney General for his advice and guidance in assisting the Minister to respond to those important questions and comments that have been raised during the Committee of the Whole House. What we witnessed, colleagues, just to remind us, is the gist of our responsibility in terms of us lawmakers. We went through the bill close by close, and we successfully passed this bill. And let me also thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the clerk for the excellent manner with which you presided over the Committee of the Whole House, and that resulted in the bill being passed earlier this afternoon. A very important bill that will regulate and manage our public service, which we know is the permanent government public service of the bureaucracy. So I wish to thank all of us, actually, for our participation, our attendance to ensure that we pass this important piece of legislation. So, as I've said, this motion is a procedural one, but its purpose is very important for the work of Parliament and the governance of our nation. The government is seeking this special adjournment to allow the Public Accounts Committee to conduct its hearings into the 2026 budget once it is tabled in this House. But prior to that, this adjournment will also allow caucus and cabinet to deliberate on the budget next week before it is finalized and sent to Parliament for the PAC to schedule its inquiry and hearings on the budget. As honourable members are aware, the Ministry of Finance and Treasury, as well as the Ministry of National Planning and Development Coordination, Public Service and others, They are in the final stages of completing the 2026 budget. Line ministries have submitted their respective estimates, and as I've said, caucus and cabinet will be looking at these submissions, especially in terms of the development budget next week, before it comes to Parliament the week after. So I believe the time frame given for this special adjournment is sufficient for the Public Accounts Committee to carry out its hearings of the bill. And this is a very important process. The work of the PAC is very important. It's a cornerstone of our parliamentary democracy, and it ensures that the budget is properly scrutinized before Parliament debates and passes it. And Mr. Speaker, I want to make it very clear to members of this Honourable House and to the people in our country that when Parliament adjourns, it does not mean that Parliament is idle or is doing nothing. The work of Parliament continues through its committees, through its standing committees. So therefore, the hearings of the Public Accounts Committee are parliamentary proceedings. They are not separate from Parliament. They are Parliament in action. They are an essential part of the process of ensuring accountability, transparency, and good governance. So, Mr. Speaker, when this House especially adjourns, it is not taking a break. It is giving a space for Parliament to continue its work through the committees. Mr. Speaker, as Prime Minister, I wish to emphasize that this government believes in responsible budgeting and fiscal discipline. We know that every dollar appropriated by this House belongs to the people of Solomon Islands. It must therefore be used wisely, efficiently, and for the purpose intended. That is why the government welcomes the work of the Public Accounts Committee. The committee's oversight role strengthens public confidence in how government funds are managed. It ensures that our priorities, whether in education, health, infrastructure, or rural development, are properly funded and justified. So, Mr. Speaker, those are the main reasons for the special adjournment. And as I've said, it's critical, it's important. And good governance is not just about policies and plans. It is also about our processes, including our parliamentary processes. It is about doing things properly and respecting the institutions that make our democracy strong. The PAC process is one of those vital checks and balances that ensures government remains accountable to the people through their elected representatives. When Parliament resumes on the 24th of November, we expect that the Public Accounts Committee will have completed its inquiry and tabled its report. That report will guide our debate on the 2026 Appropriation Bill 2026 and ensure that the decisions we make are well informed and in the national interest. So, Mr. Speaker, this motion is therefore not merely administrative. It represents a commitment to the principles of accountability, participation, and transparency, principles that are central to any functioning democracy. In closing, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the Chair and members of the Public Accounts Committee for the important work that they will undertake soon. Their hearings are a critical part of our parliamentary tradition, and the government stands ready to cooperate with the committee throughout its inquiry. I also wish to thank all honourable members for their support and understanding as we move through this crucial part of the budget cycle. Together we are upholding the integrity of our parliamentary system and strengthening the trust between government, parliament and the people. So with those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I now move that Parliament do now adjourn until Monday, 24th November 2025. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable members, it is proposed that at its adjournment on Friday, 24th October 2025, Parliament shall adjourn to Monday, 24th November 2025. Any member who wishes to contribute to the motion before I put a question? Thank you, Honorable Minister for Public Service. I'll give it to you first. Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Allow me for me acknowledging also the members of this House following the passage of the Public Service Act through this very honourable House. I wish to sincerely thank every honourable members who are giving constructive participation through the suggestions and valuable contributions during the debate and the committee stage. The government, through this, the Public Service, Minister of Public Service, deeply appreciated the level of engagement and collaboration and support shown throughout the process of developing and finalizing this landmark legislation. Mr. Speaker, I also wish to record my deep appreciation to the Bills and Legislation Committee for their thorough scrutiny of the bill and their recommendations of the intent and its objectives. The detailed report recommendations have been instrumental in refining now the provisions of this Act to ensure it's practical and inclusive and consistent with the broader goals of transparency, accountability, efficiency within the public service. Mr. Speaker, the passage of this Public Service Act 2025 marks a historical milestone in ongoing reform of our nation's public administration. This new legislation replaces an outdated framework that has been in place since 1988 and using a modern system that better reflects today's governance realities, service delivery expectations, and the principle of merit, integrity, and professionalism. This act establishes a clear and stronger foundation for upholding public service values and a trustship principle as the cornerstone of ethical conduct. This act is also ensuring fair merit-based recruitment and promotion process, strengthening performance and performance management, discipline, accountability, and accountability system, enhancing coordination between institutions and clarifying roles and responsibilities. This act will also promote sound employment relations and effective dispute resolution mechanism. Mr. Speaker, the contributions and insight from members of both sides of the House have greatly enriched this act. Many of the suggestions and recommendations raised have been incorporated in the final version, ensuring that the new Public Service Act 2025 truly reflect collective ownership, shared commitment to improve the performance and integrity of our public service. To our hardworking public officers across the country, I want to assure you that this new law provides a rewarded platform for professionalism, fairness, and recognition of merit. It aims to create an environment where public officers can serve with pride, accountability, and a sense of purpose in advancing the interests of our people and our nation. Mr. Speaker, once again, may I say thank you to all the honourable members of this House for their cooperation and support. With this, Mr. Speaker, I commend the Public Service Act 2025 as a significant step forward in strengthening the governance and performance of our Solomon Island Public Service. With these few remarks, sir, I support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable MP for Central Honiara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also wanted to contribute to debate the motion that has been moved by the Prime Minister that at the adjournment on Friday, the 24th of October 2025, Parliament shall adjourn to Monday, the 24th of November 2025. So I can say that the Prime Minister has copied me his response to you, requesting the necessary adjustment, to the standing order to allow for this motion to be moved. I can say that yes, on the reasons that have been given, that to allow the Public Accounts Committee to have time to consider the budget. I do agree with the Prime Minister that we need time. to be able to do that. And I can say, Mr. Prime Minister, that our committee will do its best within the very short period of time that you've given to us to scrutinize the budget as required by the Public Accounts Committee. In fact, I have already scheduled the committee to commence its hearing on the 4th of November. 4th of November, that should give us at least about 2 weeks to be able to carry out the inquiry into the budget estimate and the various associated documents, bricks that may have been presented or that will be presented to the committee. And we will ensure that we should be able to have that done at least a week before the 24th of November. So I can also assure this House that the committee that I am leading will always, do its best to be able to do our work in the most honourable way, protecting the role that we are elected to do in this House. Chair. And as you know, that the Public Accounts Committee has that very, very important role to be able to do this, noting that, as you know, budget is a very, very vital tool and instrument within the fiscal framework of any country, Emerson. It impacts the lives of our citizens. And then it is therefore incumbent upon us, to be able to deliver written out reports that will feature, important aspects that are related to the budget. So at times, we remind ourselves that time is of essence. I hope that next time, we don't rush ourselves in the way that, you may prepare in budget, Emerson. We must give ourselves, sufficient time. I'm sure that the Minister of Finance will take note of that and will do his best to be able to have these documents, delivered on time, so that we can, all members have, sufficient time to be able to examine the budget itself. I mean, you in caucus will do it. We ourselves, in here, we will also be able to apply, certain processes, arrangements, in terms of analyzing, what has been presented to us. So, we will do that part. That is all about, good governance. That is all about holding our own selves, accountable, to our people. So there will be a set of hearings and inquiries that we will be carrying out. And I hope, Mr. Speaker, say that the Prime Minister will ensure that all accountable officers responsible in the preparation of budgets, make themselves available for that inquiry too. Emerson. There are times, we normally have difficulties, in setting up, and scheduling, the time for the inquiry to be carried out, simply because it somehow, clashes with the schedules that ministries have, in particular, or the accounting officers. Some of them, during those times, would normally be overseas. I think once, we have actually scheduled the inquiry through virtual. But in this process, I think, it would be more encouraging to have all our accounting officers to present themselves, in person, in the room, so that, all our citizens, who will be watching through, various digital, technology platforms and devices that may be available, will be able to have the opportunity to be able to appreciate the fact that, they are the ones, responsible in preparing the budget and are engaging in that process also. So, Chair, I can assure this House that, yes, we should be able to do that. Just on reflection, normal, or some of the things that have gone through in this House, I think, Chair, Prime Minister has made mention about, the passage of the public service bill. I want to take this opportunity on behalf of Central Honiara, to be able to thank, the Minister of Public Service, the hardworking officials, bills and legislation, and the government, the executive government, for bringing that bill. It is a very exciting bill that, all of us have embraced ourselves to support. And I think, that is the way forward that we should do. But Chair, there are also certain things that just as you may close today, and me a little bit pop up, and I just wanted to put this House on notice too. And this is in relation to this particular provision of resignation of public officers. I did raise that because, it did okay in the past, and I was finding that particular provision in law where it relates to when public officers were given the opportunity to be able to contest here on leave of pay. They were given, the privilege to take leave of pay. Were given that privilege in the past. So, and that is in relation to the interpretation of that particular provision of the Constitution that the Attorney General was given the opportunity today to comment on, and in fact he was going the opposite side of what has been accepted, even in court too, And I want to say this, that there are 2 court cases that is actually accepted now, the leave of pay. The case of Saimala versus Gatu in 1981, and Evo and Shupal in 1985. I could not find that reference today when I raised that section 145 of the Constitution. So I just want to say this too, so that the public officers, the public at large, can hear this, that I think we may have to have some problem, getting this particular bill through. But if, I just want to urge Prime Minister and also the Minister and also the Attorney General to possibly go back again, revisit those cases. Those are authorities in law, and then let us find a way, to give the right interpretation of that particular provision of the Constitution, which Miguel Samvala, including your own self, Mr. Speaker, we have become a victim of that particular decision that we have to be forced to resign from the service before, when in fact it was allowed, and now is the time for us to be able to get the law regularized and applied fairly to our service and also to our citizens too, who would make a choice on whoever that features well within the public service that they can pick on to be able to participate in the political governance of country Blue Yumi. So that is just a comment normal of that one, but apart from that, congratulations the Minister of Public Service, Prime Minister, and your cabinet. Congratulations, for being able to have that for the first time, a more elaborate legislation. You also have a normal legislation before Blue Public Service here, and no more 12 page here, 12 page. And it's a very tricky one too, not really that tricky, but those of us that came much earlier, some 30 years ago, when we came in, general order, for instance, when we asked the question, was it signed by a minister or government or whoever? They said no. The general order is enforced by the Commission. It was signed by the Commission. We were also told at that time, and it is the view that we hold here, that the general order itself is equivalent to an act of parliament. Why? Because the Commission is given the power under the Constitution to make those regulations, just as Parliament given the power to enact laws, so is the Commission, But this is the first time that, we have a more elaborate Public Service Act, and it's a welcome one. And I want to say to all our public servants, please understand this new act and ensure that you are the machinery that will make our state institutions work. The biggest part of our country's state institution is the public service. Is the public service. So again, Mr. Prime Minister and members of the Cabinet, and in particular you, the Minister of Public Service, congratulations again on that piece of work that has gone into this Parliament. There are other things that, we need to work on. Prime Minister, I just want to urge, government, to remain stable, calm, and then work towards ensuring that, we must pass this budget. Emotion. We must pass this budget. The issue of stability is within you, yeah? Not Lomival decide. Emotion. We are committed to give you that space, so please, continue to ensure that stability exists within your government. Emotion. I want the whole public, to know that. Emotion. We are here to help you in the various aspects of our parliamentary system, and we will continue to do that. Emotion. We will continue to do that. And so be rest assured of our commitment to be able to work with you and to engage in a quality way to ensure that whatever comes into this House will receive the best of our participation in the way that we would expect Parliament as a body, to deal with. Something may happen to this country. The economy, for instance, cash flow, you mean, really trouble. Say, we in BSP haven't received our pay. We haven't received our pay. And this is Friday, This is Friday. What's going on? Is this an indication of something? Or is it an indication that, technology hasn't worked? Or is it something that is really structural within our own system? That we have to get back to really find out where the problem is. We are talking about the budget, but leading up towards this budget, cash flow is no good. Cash flow is no good. So I'm asking, Minister, you come back now this time. Welcome back to the country. I know that your engagement in the bank with the Board of Governors meeting. I know that you're well equipped. With some current trendy in the way that global economy, including basically issues affecting other countries and economy, you may be affected. Please get straight back into our own problem inside the country. Cash flow is still really dry, emotion. Yeah? So I hope that we get on with that, as well as let us project what would be the operation 2026 will be like in the way that we will prepare the budget going forward. But as you mean this time here, me check come before coming inside, I'm still normal here. Sometimes maybe it's a matter of time, but that's what it is. Those of us, even those other bank minusai, but me will be SPM still starting. So these are pressing issues that are before us. Cash flow, Amazon. What's going on? Let us get that fixed, Amazon. So I do agree that let's have a little bit of a break so that you may quickly address some of these problems that you're facing. Prices are going up too, in particular low communication. Data you put him go normal, a little bit our normal, you go normal, go now. Emotion. So I think you may need to really look at various options. What has happened to the competition that you be introducing law telecommunication, the Deputy Prime Minister? Let's get on with it. The interconnect fee, the monopoly that our certain operators have here, let's free them up, and get a better options from certain service providers, that can be able to provide. And it all comes back to this point about the interconnect fee, interoperability within our own telecommunication now. Minister of Foreign Affairs, he's trained in communication, so he knows exactly all of this, The whole idea of interoperability, if we just allow some and others no more, say, what kind of competition here? Yeah? So I want to ask Deputy Prime Minister and Minister, please, look into this. It affects price, Otherwise, this country will continue to be the most least, accessible by mobile country in the whole world, just like Papua New Guinea. I think we are ranked just below normal of Papua New Guinea. IMI was winning Papua New Guinea. But then when it comes to the accessibility, it's the most expensive. How can an economy connect in that way? Cannot, our motion. So let's work on some of these things. Data center, I think we need to work on it. There is a new revenue source for our country moving forward, our motion. Anything that is data, going digital, information technology, with all the recent most infrastructure that is available, I think we will have a better country going forward. Me just mentioning some of someday because these are some of the burning issues that me stop. Loyomi, let us make some difference, please. So that come the 24th, we should be able to have a very good issues for you to talk about, a good budget going forward. But for now, sir, yes, this budget, once you're ready to give it to us, we will be ready on the 4th to commence with the budget scrutiny and our responsibility, to be able to scrutinize it. We will do it, and we will produce that report right on time before you meet now on the 24th. So with those remarks, Chair, I want to say thank you, Prime Minister, for moving this motion. Have our support to support you for the coming weeks to be able to have those documents and preparation for the next hearing. We will be available. We will make sure that Parliament is still on, even though we are on recess. That is our responsibility. We will do it with those remarks. This side of the bench, Leader Blumi, have no stop. We support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member for Central Honera, Honourable MP for North New Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Firstly, let me join the Honourable Prime Minister in congratulating the Honourable Minister for Public Service and his officials for the successful passage of the Public Service Act, Bill 2025. I also join the Chair of the Public Accounts Committee to congratulate the Honourable Prime Minister and his government on the same. Mr. Speaker, some of us were part of the making of this bill. The Minister for Forestry, the Deputy Prime Minister, even myself. And finally, here we are, we see and witness something we were part of successfully passed. And satisfying. So thank you, Honourable Minister, for doing it on our behalf. The Honourable Prime Minister, in moving the motion, has given us justifications for his motion. They are genuine, Mr. Speaker, and for a good cause. I join the Chair of the Public Accounts Committee in supporting the motion to allow that Parliament have special adjournment until Monday, the 24th of November. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Honourable Minister of Finance and Treasury.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me time for also contribute to the motion moved by the Honourable Prime Minister, especially for special adjournment. As the Prime Minister alluded to earlier, that mainly the reasons very important that given time for the government, especially preparing this for 2026 appropriation bill for come, and also giving time law PAC for scrutinizing, Mr. Speaker. I think, but the Speaker, as the Prime Minister also alluded to earlier, me also join him for congratulating the hardworking Minister of Public Service for Parliament for passing this public service bill have been important for good. And as others already talked to him earlier, in fact, me know got an opportunity for debate about this bill time and table of Parliament because I also had another engagement overseas as part of our budget process preparation as well. But then, anyways, Mr. Speaker, that the public service bill that Parliament is passing very important machinery block government, especially for the governing country in terms of manpower and system that's in place for helping UMI for deliver better service to our people. And so that legislation really important for helping our public officers for how UMI continue to serve our country and also deliver service to our people, Mr. Speaker. I think, Mr. Speaker, on the budget preparation, government have me on as the budget timeline on schedule, and so we hope that the budget become law. Parliament, especially PAC, for guarantee enough time for scrutinizing, especially important recommendation. We hope that by PAC providing law Parliament for guiding government in terms of how you may manage and deliver resources to our people. So in terms of fiscal, well, more of this one by come once the budget have been table. But I think just for indication right now, Mr. Speaker, as Minister of Law, National Planning and Development Coordination, and the Prime Minister just launched the midterm review of NDS, hopefully by table law Parliament as well. The indication may not look good for our country because we are off track of our key objectives. So that kind of environment can be quite challenging in terms of how we prepare our budget. But anyway, we'll make sure that the budget by table on time and giving time for PAC and of course at members of Parliament for how you may work for passing. The chair of PAC also raised some important points, especially important for you, everyone. Of course, the government in terms of how you may look at services that you may provide them, law people blowing at much more better, especially to do with cost. That kind of environment that I'm challenging, of course, cost of living, and be quite something that we try our best to make sure that the services that we entrusted to deliver to our people have must something that we continue for, especially the recovery process. We may just pass through the COVID-19, the impact of COVID, of course, global shocks that are affecting country, and of course some domestic issues that are also affecting our economy. That sorts of things that continue to create an environment that sometimes affecting our economy. In terms of like the chair touching thing, firstly, apology for delay of salary, especially should be paid yesterday, but because of system error between ANZ and other banks, especially BSP, and that the government may doing transaction with them, that caused the delay of salary. But I'm hoping should be settled already, and so probably chair no PAC maybe no good mobile going. I think wrong line. I mean, but so but I'm hoping that should be addressed now. Chair. Anyway, Chair, I think with this few remarks, me supporting the motion and resume message.
Thank you, Honourable Minister of Finance and Treasury. Let me give the floor to first the Minister for Foreign Affairs and External Trade first.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Deputy Prime Minister, for allowing me this opportunity. I'd also like to support the motion that is raised by the Prime Minister that on the adjournment on Friday, 24th October 2025, Parliament shall adjourn to Monday, 24th November 2025. Mr. Speaker, this, as he alluded to, will allow time for the Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee and his committee to conduct its scrutiny on the 2026 Appropriation Bill 2025. Mr. Speaker, I also subscribe to the sentiment that has been shared around the House
in congratulating the Minister of Public Service, who has done well with the bill, the Public Service Bill 2020-25. You know, Mr. Speaker, in any organization, let alone the public service, the public service or the government is only as good as those who are working in it. And true, yes, sir. If what the wakaman have no good, government no good too. Same as in any institution or company or private sector. The people who made things work have no inside of public service. One thing that I mean noticing the bill is that even not quite defining public service, civil service, and all the special employees, yes, sir. But they are all public service, paid for by the public accounts, public payers, and working for the government. Mr. Speaker, time bill will go up and go, because I'm government house and something. Mr. Minister of Public Service, you and PSB come up with the regulation. The regulation that him allow me for lulukna how for interpreting or running water clauses inside law. This one bill say. Because that regulation is important. I'm telling you, oh, this one clause also this is how it operates. This clause, this is how it operates. So it's very important, Minister, that we come up with a regulation. So I think we table regulation to the Parliament, Cabinet come up with Parliament and so on. Mr. Speaker, all the trade unions, I recall one time we went to the ILO meeting in Geneva, the International Labour Organization meeting. So this was a tripartite meeting consisting of the employers, the employees, and government. One thing that I found when I went, Minister of Commerce, is that all the trade unions have no register. Well, they're registered, but not pay up not a subscription fee for legalizing now registrations as trade unions or something. So this is something too that Minister, I think about checking with him about the registrations about the trade union that they are legally subscribed to being a properly registered legal entity as a trade union. Mr. Speaker, bill will come, the public accounts bill will come. I think government will need for step up in terms of how we will deliver in terms of this bill. It should not be business as usual. We should step up in terms of where are important priorities that this bill should target them in terms of growing our economy, in terms of participations for the citizens blaming, the growing economy blaming the country as well. So these are important considerations when coming to the bill and how government can strategize in putting together the bill, the appropriation and development bill for a growing economy the country blaming. Mr. Speaker, there will be a number of meetings too inside law country blaming. One of which is the labor mobility. About the countries will come. We'll be holding it at the Friendship Hall, so that we talk with the friends from overseas in relation to the labor mobility inside the country blaming. It's a temporary measure that them allow to work on blaming for not only gaining experience but also getting income from the work that they do, look at labor mobility, seasonals and so on. Mr. Speaker, we will also be hosting the PESA Plus meeting in November. And this is a very important one. And again, that is a part of the Australia-New Zealand labor mobility, which is seasonal reunions. But say on this note, there are various other meetings too. Safalokata EU lo here, Safalokata lo MSG lo here too, sir. So there, as we go towards the end of the year, as we go towards the end of the year for Solomon Islands, we go towards the end of the budget year, the financial year bringing. Whereas these other countries, Europe, Asia, what about instead of middle budget blokotana. So that's why we have a lot of the meeting going towards Christmas, November or so. So this also will allow some of the ministers to attend some of the meetings that is allocated to them, or not allocated, but they are invited to attend the meetings. Allow me time too for Go-Looking constituency. Most of us spend most of our time in Honiara. I think good time for go visiting the constituency. Mr. Central Honiara calls up, so this guy doesn't have a problem in going and visiting his constituency, like Central Gorakanal too. For others, I urge you guys to please go and visit your constituency. Say hello, Logata. Share them several projects, share them several something, Logata, materials, etc. But Mr. Speaker, my point is, him giving me time now, to do the things that he need for doing necessary, and also give him time for the chairman of Public Accounts Committee and his team for scrutinizing budget. With these few remarks, Mr. Speaker, me supporting my motion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, to give me this opportunity to briefly contribute Lord as well a special adjournment by the Prime Minister that ending February of today by me come back more long on November 2025. Mr. Speaker, my intervention will be brief, just for say thank you, Lord Minister Blongo Public Service for taking this bill passage kan long this Parliament as MP Blongo North New Jersey, Hemtalian. We are part of the architecture, and I'm also felt proud to enable this bill for him to go through. Secondly, I'd like to encourage the Minister of Finance, Planning and Public Service to make sure the budget cook time ready for PAC, for committee for look lohem, and when you come back long 2024 long November, I'm ready for him to deliberate lohem. Finally, Mr. Speaker, me like contribute a little bit more along a comment made by the chairman of the PAC along the telecommunication part of the something expensive, of course, semi-true. Chairman him tell him through. But Mr. Speaker, Ministry, the whole intention is the connectivity and accessibility along communication along rural areas everywhere, but more so the affordability of the services to our rural people. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all the operators to enable the services for price bloat go slowly reduced. I'm pretty sure 10 years ago price below communication is very expensive, and this time go down slowly. And I want to encourage the Telecommunication Commission for work closely with the operators, the various operators that service our nation, to look at ways to work together for enable services for him affordable. Rural people blame citizens blame on a nation. And so we encourage him, the TCSI, Telecommunication Commission, to work closely with operators to have for survey enabling service blame for him affordable. People blame. So thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for taking me this opportunity for also for say thank you once again and me supporting this bill moved by the Prime Minister for Dr. Long heading long today by me come back 2024 for continue my long sitting by me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you. If there are no further contribution, will Prime Minister, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me thank all those colleagues from both sides of the House who have spoken in support of this motion of special adjournment, including the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. And let me thank him for his commitment and dedication that his committee will proceed to discharge their duties as soon as the 2026 budget and Kasem here, as we have heard, it should be here by the 3rd of November. As the Minister of Finance has said, we are on track in terms of the budget preparations. So thank you, Chairman PAC, for your ongoing commitment to ensure that the scrutiny and the report that have come up from the committee will be ready by 24 November. Actually, what he said is it should be ready a week before 24 November, so we hold him to his word. So I'm expecting that BAM ask for additional time because by December 9. So I'm confident that the hard-working chairman and members of the PAC will deliver within the time frame that we are now giving them. Colleagues, the budget, MNO block government or MNO block opposition, MNO block country, it's for our people in terms of the delivery of services for 2026. So it is important, it is critical that we pass the budget for November, December, and that is when we reconvene on the 24th of November. Yes, we are, of course, continuing to face challenges, but the government is doing its best to manage and address these challenges, financial and economic challenges. And the 2026 budget will reflect the government's ongoing commitment to economic recovery, job creation, and service delivery. We are determined to continue the path of stability and growth, building on the progress that we have made in recent years. Of course, we understand that there are challenges that we face, the rising costs of living, the need for more investment in our rural areas, and the importance of ensuring that development reaches every province. And these are issues that the 2026 budget will try to address. The chairman of PAC also raised the importance of stability. Yes, stability is central, is critical for any progress, for any government to be able to achieve its goals and programs. I guess stability is not only within the government, but hemis the whole house because chairman me fala tatarambes but here wala list go around too from Nara side also. So I'm not sure where that stability comes from, whether it's from us or from your side also. But that stability is central in terms of us as a government. We are committed, and I've appealed. I'm appealing to my colleague ministers and government backbenchers for us to remain united and so that we can deliver with the support of the other side of the House in terms of passing the 2026 budget. As I've said, it's critical not only for the government and the opposition but for our country in terms of service delivery going forward. So we look forward to that report from the Public Accounts Committee when we reconvene on the 24th of November. And some of the issues that he outlined, I'm sure there will be that opportunity when we debate the budget. Some of these issues relating to communication and other areas will be further debated during the second reading of the 2026 budget. He has raised also some concerns with regards to the bill that we just adopted or passed in terms of some constitutional concerns. And we'll work closely with the Attorney General as well as the Ministry of Public Service going forward to address those concerns, as well as the importance of subsidiary legislations or regulations as alluded to by Foreign Affairs, so that we can effectively implement the public service bill, which is critical for our public service It's a very important machinery of the state to continue to deliver goods and services to our people. On that note, I would like to appeal to all our public servants to continue to work effectively, honestly, and with integrity and professionalism as if I'll continue for serving now our country, Blamey and Solomon Islands. Governments come and go, but the public service remains, and they are the permanent government, as we have heard during the debate on this bill. So, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, once again I thank all the speakers that have spoken from both sides. I believe as Finance and Talim, this fellow Salary have not come in yesterday. We do regret that, but it's basically due to a technical glitch. Chairman have no receiving law BSP, but somehow law BSP or the income come inside finish. So I think that problem has been sorted out, and I'm sure it will not happen again. So to not victimize him now, other people blame me, well, to depend all of us actually. So with those concluding remarks, Mr. Speaker, I thank you for accepting me to move this motion, and also all the colleagues that you have spoken in support of the motion. I thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. Honourable members, I will put a question. The question is that at its adjournment on Friday, 24th October 2025, Parliament shall adjourn to Monday, 24th November 2025. All those in favour say aye. Those against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The motion is passed. Honourable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Parliament do now adjourn.
Thank you, honourable members. The question is that Parliament do now adjourn. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. And according to the earlier resolution, the House is now adjourned until 9:30 a.m. on Monday, 24th November 2025.